the Seminoles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got it inside. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run. End zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They own the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 82 yards. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Virginia's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one.
He smashes his way through again. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Cavaliers line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Extending the play. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I can throw to the outside that had swag, that can take it to the house and make big plays.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. Now the play fake. Might be looking to run. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Are already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Touchdown, no! Quick strike. strike through the air for the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Lewis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback on the keeper.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And the Cavaliers are marching down the field. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Clock ticks down. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. They feed him again. Turning it on. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Wants to adjust the pattern. They run the reverse. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Makes the grab. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Gets rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Monk. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Hines is back in the middle. They almost got a first down there. Stopped the yard short. It'll be third down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Catch in the middle. It's Winston. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Firing to the right, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now on second and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
He might want another play. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Touchdown, Florida State. Fit it in the window for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking downfield, it's Carter. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the catch at the 10. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He'll throw it. Finds the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's got it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run for it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Third down coming up.
Wide receiver comes in motion. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run play action. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it. Incomplete, he was out of bounds. A bold decision to go for it on 4th. One that did not pay off. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking for a man. It's Carter. Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The screen, and watch out. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Cavaliers have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Virginia! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Looking left. He's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And here they come, almost all the way back. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Boise State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Chris Peterson, this has not been a blowout today on the Smurf turf. They're up by 11 over San Diego State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Mung. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down. And they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Seminoles line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Got his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Now, 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Winston. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. The eyes now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the 4th. Back to throw. It's Carter. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Cavaliers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. On the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Here's a throw downfield late. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. 1 possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grab behind the line. It's Winston. Finds a crease at the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looking... Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more on the board with a trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. To throw, it's Carter. Pocket breaking down. He goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't pick up anything, but he did save a few seconds. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Going to try to get it himself. Takes it out of bounds, and there are 12 seconds remaining to finish this drive.
Well, you're trailing here in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're going to hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the first down, yes, but also getting out of bounds to try and preserve as many seconds.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Bring in the heat. And that is how we will wrap this one up. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going.
White 53. Red 29. Red 29. White 29. All right. Black 18. Black 18. Here we go. Ready? Red 54. Red 54. Set. Set. Black 88. Black 88. Set. 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 Ready. Red 18. White 80. White 80. Hey. Black 14. Black 14. Set. Let's go. Ready. 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 Blue 85. Blue 30. Blue. Blue 22. White 53. Red 29. White 29. Black 18.